that was a good introduction. Yeah, and I do enjoy casting with you here, so we're keeping that up. You haven't, I guess you haven't played that much Starbow as of late, but you still bring a lot nice to the table. So.
Well, thank you very much.
We do have Arthur, yeah, up and one. He's on the top right. He's on this interesting map that we're also going to be talking a little bit more named Grand Line, but we'll talk about that later. He is Slayer's Arthur, and there, I pushed the right buttons, finally.
And here in the bottom right corner, we have in the blue trunks, our Zerg player, who is down 1-0. 0-1, actually, is the correct terminology. Can he bring it back around? It is Myrault.
And I do remember on your stream a while back, or a long time back, I think you had an insane Reaver kill with workers.
Oh yeah, I do. I have a few highlights, and that's one of them.
Yes, I think basically like every single worker in one hit.
It was so crazy. I think like he clicked on a mineral patch a little bit before, and it just killed all of them. And it was that was the exact moment the game just ended.
Yeah, the zoom here. Yeah, let me explain this for a second. A couple of patches ago, we did change the zoom levels here, so the whole game is zoomed in a little bit. So when you zoom in, we want the zoom in and out feature of the game to actually be viable.
Right.
And the zoom levels on StarCraft 2, they change angle and they zoom in a ton. So unless you do like mouse scroll, but it still changed angles. So it's really hard to actually use in the game to help you, we feel. So yeah. We kind of like this better, but when you go for the player introduction, it feels very anticlimactic.
Yeah, I've actually been doing this this thing with casting SUV Rush for a while, where I hit Z first, and then I just hit Z and I do the zoom in, and it looks a lot more dramatic because you have like. Oh,
hang on, I'm gonna do this. Just hang on, it's like, oh wow, that was quite dramatic. Yes.
So a drone was killed by Arthur. A little bit of a loss for Myrault there. Would have liked to keep that alive, of course.
Yeah, and look at this. This is also a map with a fairly wide choke. I think this is slightly smaller than the others, but again, he's using the pylon as a part of the wall, and then rolling off works a lot better.
Yeah.
And that also creates a weak point in your wall. So I just like the slightly wider naturals, just because you can wall off completely in Starbow, and in Brood War you had all these crazy rules for wall off, and you usually had to fill in a little bit of cracks here and there with a couple extra cannons and some zealots. So it wasn't that easy at all.
Yeah. So Myrault was able to return the favor, kill the probe of Arthur in his middle line.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, this map is a bit interesting. Like over here to the left of the main, you have sort of a third, but it's a mineral third.
It's a ton of mineral patches too on that sucker. 8.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
and then like the next closest base is like all the way here, halfway across the map.
Yeah.
In the bottom mid, and it's like 6 patches and a gas geyser.
Yeah, it's a really weird game, and it's basically called the Grand Line because it has that big high ground all the way over that is really important to control. Maybe not in this game because they're starting on the same side. Well, not until the late game at least. But Myrault is actually going to go all the way over and take this natural, which is a very Brood War-esque thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, as a Zerg player, you probably want to be spread out a bit more. You're going to be more mobility-oriented. Myrault, though, maybe not so much. We've seen him do a lot with the lurkers, and that's, of course, not exactly a mobility play.
Yeah, no. So we... Oh, here comes the first Zealot. He's actually pushing out with Zealot. He has started his cybernetic score, but he's just sending out one Zealot. And this Zealot actually is going to go uncontested for a while. There is a couple of Zerglings. There's 4 Zerglings on the way. There's 2, like, running away back here. If he micros his drone correctly and moves them around, he shouldn't really lose anyone. He might lose one, though.
Yeah, it all depends on both of their macros.
Now, Zerglings probably going to lose a couple. Actually, Arthur moved away from a very good position there to get himself
and that's a really good spot for Myrault. He's going to get that Zealot. That sucker's going down.
Only losing one Zergling. Very nice. And he has Zergling speed incoming, too. So these Zerglings are going to ensure map control for the time being. Another Stargate on the way, though. But I like that Arthur's showing for, you know what? I can go one-base play, and I can also go Forge Fast Expand play. And I'm pretty good at both. And he's actually adding on a second cannon, which is very safe and smart. He's playing it safe. He doesn't want to be greedy.
He does not. The Stargate halfway done about.
Oh, the perfect wall off.
Spire. Spire coming up as well. I like this. Myrault seemed like a bit more panicky last game, where he got basically everything.
Yeah.
And this seems a lot more, okay, I'm gonna get a Spire. Maybe he doesn't know the Stargate. He doesn't. He hasn't seen it yet. Overlord. Overlord should have gone just a bit further, but he didn't see it.
Oh, he didn't see. What did he didn't see? Oh, he didn't see the Stargate.
Yeah. But I mean, with the Spire up, he's gonna be going, oh, hey, I guess I better make some Scourge.
Yeah.
He's gonna sort of fall into the right sort of tech.
He's gonna lose that Overlord. He's not gonna get supply block, but yeah, he has one more Overlord in the making, so he actually should have... Having like 50 or 60 supply when you're about 30, 40, when you start making Mutalisks is really good, because it's gonna quickly eat into your supply count.
Yeah.
So you wanna...
Ooh, a little bit of mismanagement though. We have 3 drones taking the long trek over to this other expansion.
Oh, wow. Well, they're gonna get there eventually.
Yeah, and there's nothing in the way, so it's fine.
Okay, so yeah, he's making Scourges and straight into Hydra then. So yeah, okay, so this spire was just for Scourges. It's nice to have, because once all the Corsairs are dead, you can suddenly make some Mutalisks if you want to. But the Scourges are on the way. They should actually already be able to almost clone here. Fortunately, a couple of them was spawning at the 3rd base.
Oh, one Corsair goes down, and that's going to send Arthur back.
Yeah.
More coming up, but yeah, it looks like Arthur is basically... His Corsair days are going to be over very soon. Actually, no, he's just going to keep making it, and he's going to get +1 air. Huh.
That's actually quite impressive. Or not impressive, actually going to be quite nice. He's going to keep making Scourges, though. Or, I mean, making Corsairs, it seems. These Scourges are also really good for scouting. They're going to see what's going on here.
Yep.
Scourges were known in Brood for having very little vision, but they were still used to scout because they were so fast. But you actually had to go really close to see things. They have a little bit more vision in Starbow, but we did... in a patch not too long ago, we did reduce unit vision in general, because unit vision in Starbow was much bigger than it was in Brood War, and we really didn't feel any reason it should be that way. And Scourges got a little bit of an extra nerf on vision just because of the same relation from Brood War, but not as much as Brood War though, still.
We got Lurkers coming up here for Myrault. He's going to go into that very same play. Getting melee, getting Lurkers, with the Scourge. Getting a 4th base.
Wow,
He's
yeah.
certainly doing a good job of expanding.
He's trying to catch Corsairs. They're actually right there, being without defense.
Oh, Arthur might actually lose all of them! No, just a few.
No, he's getting close to the critical amount where you can just start DPSing down Scourges, and we saw that there. He only lost like 1 or... Oh,
wow,
dude, what are these Overlords doing?
They're chilling. They're chilling a little bit too hard.
It was a drop. I swear it was a drop.
At least he got Overlord speed. That's gonna help him.
Oh yeah,
not
and
lose
these
those.
Corsairs not... Okay, there they go. They're gonna try and pick him off. Which they should. And they're gonna lose the Overlords. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, we got some Scourge here along with the Spore Crawler. One Corsair goes down. That's a nice little pick off.
And another one almost dead. Oh, and the one Corsair on the wrong path. Man, Arthur's reactions is insane.
Yeah, it is. So now we got some Lurkers coming up here, and this is a lot easier of a position to siege than it was on the last map.
Yeah.
It means Arthur has 2 bases, but his natural is going to get sieged instead of his 3rd getting sieged before he really goes for it. And it's you know, Arthur still has had the 2 base for a while, but it's a very different spot to be in.
Oh, and he's gonna be able to pick off with this wall for a long time now with these Lurkers. There's not much these cannons can do to help her.
But Storm is already halfway done. The robotics facility is on the way. Arthur has the answers coming down the pipeline.
He repositioned his sport pole for whatever reason. I don't really know if that's a better position, but there's a lot of extra cannons coming. Arthur wants to be safe, and I think he's really safe. This is very similar to the situation he had versus Franskar, which also Franskar won eventually. Hopefully Myrault can learn from that and not go for... Yeah, he should not take a single more expansion as long as he can keep this contain off. He should just reinforce and reinforce and reinforce this contain heavily.
Yeah, just grow and grow that army until it becomes impossible to break out of.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's going to be either that, or Arthur's just going to break it, and then there's going to be nothing left to defend.
Yeah. Oh, but here's a Reaver, and Reavers are really good versus this. There's another Scourge, though, flying around, wants to see what's happening here.
He sees a million billion gateways and all of the tech that anyone could want to make. And that sent a message, and we get some more Scourge up. We're all realizing that's a bit of a risk. We have so many cannons here.
Someone said Zealot drop, but I didn't see a Zealot drop. No, there's no Zealot drop going on.
Now we got the Corsairs moving around.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's actually going for it! Dude, you don't want to do this. Okay, he didn't do this. That was really scary. But, meanwhile, though, these Corsairs gotta be careful. A lot of Scourges here now. And is he actually pulling away the contain? No, he's just wanted to catch the Corsairs. But he's gotta be really careful. He doesn't want to pull away his whole army and then get caught with no support for Lurkers. Lurkers need love and support. They're like, you know, children.
They need nurturing. They're like young children. You have to cradle them and put them in a safe spot so that they can grow to their full potential.
Indeed. And he did see the Corsairs. I don't know why he's moving down. He had the Zergling under the Corsairs. Maybe he wasn't paying attention on his minimap. But I don't like this Scourge fleet being on one control group. One storm and they're all dead. And
Yeah,
that's
and we've
so
seen
much
that happen.
gas. Yes. He should split them up into several groups. And it's so hard to do. And he actually has an infestor. Is he just pulling out? Or he's okay, he wants to get a different position on these lurkers. And oh, wow, he's so good. Look how fast he spread out those lurkers. Like,
yeah, it's so good. It's like almost like he has like a macro key on his keyboard that allows him to do.
Okay, here we go.
Arthur now gonna get ready to move out.
I think he may think that he pulled it away completely. And he might get caught with his pants down, just slightly though. It's not gonna matter for too long, but he might think that he's safe now, and that the...
Yeah, there's no observer in here yet. We've got the first one coming up now.
And again, look at that.
He's doing a good spread.
This is a contain. This is a real contain. This is gonna be hard to break. But again, the Corsair should be everywhere and surrounding. Okay, here we go. He's moving out. He has only one observer.
Oh, the lunkers.
Okay, yeah, now he's spreading out the Scourges. Good. Oh, and if he can pick off this War Prism.
That's going to be really good. Nice spread out there by Myrault. Really getting... Oh, and there we go. The ensnare.
Oh, he gets...
Squirt coming in here. Damage is not good enough. The whole of the Corsair still survive, but a lot of ensnare on everything. Lurker's still alive, though. This is a good spot for Myrault. Not so much for Arthur. He hoped to get out of there a little bit sooner than he did.
He's churning out another observer. He's actually going to kill these overlords, which is going to be good. Okay, he's gonna slow him down, but he only has 2 Hydras to capitalize on this.
Yeah, some more coming in, but these were probably going to be turned into lurkers.
Yeah.
At his earliest convenience. Not happening just yet. We have no more Scourge in the production tab. So I think Myrault has figured out that that's not worth it. Oh! And the breakout attempt is going to happen again, and Myrault thinks this is going to be too much. I had better pull back.
I think that's a good decision right now. But he's going to have to get some really good defense here. He has Defilers, they have Consume, he can get some Darkstorm out, and that's going to help a lot. But the Reavers are actually going to be really hard to deal with. Oh, he needs to not lose these Lurkers, but when it comes to Army Supply, he's so far behind.
Now, and Darkstorm does come out. We've got some nice swarms up here. These Zealots are going to fall very quickly. Dark Swarm on everything, meaning that Zerg can just attack wherever they want. Storms are beginning to go down on the Protoss army as much as the Zerg army, but there's so much stuff here for Arthur. I don't know if Myrault can actually hold this.
Arthur is just powering his way through, showing his incredible macro and skills. This is just so hard to deal with. Arthur is just a class of its own right now. Oh, he might. Nope, he's not going to lose anything. Almost lost that War Prison.
Almost, but not. I mean, we can see the difference. Like, there's just so much stuff on the map for Arthur, and Myrault cannot really compete with this. The tech that he has is insufficient. He just has units in too small numbers. Arthur being there on the ramp, starting to kill the natural. The main is gonna fall very soon. Everything is blinking in red alert, and I think, Ziphius, we might be watching the winners of Eurobow number 4 here.
Well, it's a best of 5 though, so it's not over yet.
That's very true, actually. I completely forgot about that.
That's okay, but you know what? It's gonna be really hard for him to come back though. So.
Yeah, this is showing off Arthur to be a tremendous player, and Myrault did not really be able to, like, everything with the contain was good until Arthur broke it, and all fell apart. There was not that next step for Myrault for, once for the moment you break my contain, this is my plan.
Yeah. Oh, I found another bug. When you kill a Defiler Mound, you have the Infestation Pit death animation.
Going on the list.
Hive is going to go down, and yeah, everything's going to go down. Sure, he has a lot of other bases around map. He has a lot of other tech. Arthur has a base, an army that can really be at one place at one time, but I just don't really see a way for Myrault to come back from this. Even this small group here moving over now is going to be enough to actually deal with these old persons, I think.
Yeah, the lack of Dark Swarm here from Myrault is really biting him. That means that Arthur can just use that massive Dragoon army.
I take that back for now, but there's more guys coming here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, actually we have +4, +2 on these ultras, so that's pretty good. No upgrades for Arthur, of course, him being stuck on 2 bases.
He's got that going for him.
I mean, if he can get out a single Defiler and just get a good engagement with Dark Swarm, then this could turn. But I mean, it's a Dragoon count, man.
Yeah, it's insane. And the Reavers are just doing so much damage. Reaver Goon is actually a quite popular style in Brood War. And it's actually going to stop the 3rd base from Arthur. That's nice. Wow, Arthur is going to put a Nexus right here. He's like, you know what, get out. This is my game. Look at that.
Yeah. The manner is real. Drones coming out, but they are not surviving these storms. I don't care if my Dragoon gets half damaged. You have no more workers left.
Yeah, this is pretty much it. And now he's going to lose all his tech structures yet again. And he can't rebuild them anymore because he lost his hive, so... Or some of them, at least. So yeah, this is...
Ultra's trying to get out, but it's not going to work. And yeah, we're slowly seeing Myrault losing the grip that he has on the game. It's not that he's running out of structures. It's that he has not got the capacity to get an army that's going to deal well with what Arthur got.
Yeah. It's just like the number of units, basically. Like, sure, the upgrades are in Myrault's favor, but he doesn't have the numbers to deal with these.
Yeah.
Arthur's gonna actually get this base up this time.
Yeah, there's some goons there. There's the Reefer there. He's gonna get the wall as well.
Oh wow, Myrault doesn't have any income right now. Yeah, this is it. There's only one base left for him. Well, it's kind of one in his main, kind of. But, yeah. No, this is it. I think, he never made that Nexus. Oh, here comes the last stand of Myrault. He's gonna try and surround and kill this army.
Storms, though. Really good storms. All the Zerglings fall away very quickly, and now it's just the Ultralisk. And, Dragoons are, gonna be flying that kite high. GG is called. Arthur takes 2-0 in the series so far.
Alright. So...